Hello, and welcome to today's discussion on trim of ships. Uh, with respect to longitudinal stability, we always consider uh, how a ship develops trim and how we can control the trim. So, first of all, trim can be defined as the difference between the draft measured forward and aft of a vessel. Suppose if a ship has no difference in drafts, if the difference is zero, then we use the term even keel. The ship is said to be on even keel. Suppose the forward draft of a ship is greater than the aft draft, the vessel is said to be having a trim by forward or trim by bow. And suppose if the aft draft is greater than the forward draft, the vessel is said to have a trim by aft or trim by stern. So this is how we define trim, and this is how we study different conditions of trim. Now, depending on the voyage conditions, we would prefer sometimes to have trim and sometimes not to have trim. Like an example is when a ship moves in rough weather, in rough seas, the captain may opt to have trim by aft for the sake of stability. Also, warships have a tendency to have a natural trim by aft for the sake of their operational purposes. Now, we will just try to discuss the idea of trim, how it is calculated, how it can be changed. We'll try to study the theory behind these kind of calculations. Now, you can see here we have a vessel and the view of the vessel in the longitudinal frame, and we can see this is the line connecting keel K, the center of buoyancy B, center of gravity G, and ML is your longitudinal metacenter. It is the metacenter which is considered in the longitudinal direction when we study the longitudinal stability of ships. So we can see here the AP and FP, and we can see here a mass which can move forward and aft as shown in the figure. Now the distance GM and BM are almost same, so that is why in longitudinal stability calculations and trimming calculations we can consider that GML and BML are approximately same, even though it's an approximation, but for the sake of calculations this can be taken. Consider a ship which is floating at rest in still water on an even keel. So remember, even keel means the ship has no trim. In most of the conditions, we want ships to be on even keel, as you have seen the figure before. The center of gravity and center of buoyancy will be in the same vertical line as we have seen, and the ship will be displacing her own weight of water, so the weight and buoyancy will be same. Now, let a weight W, which is on already on board the ship, be shifted aft through a distance small d as shown. So we have a weight W on board a ship, which is not an added weight, is a ship. It is a weight on a ship which is already there, and this weight is being shifted aft to a distance d. It has moved a distance d from the initial position to the final position in the longitudinal direction. Then this will cause a change, a shift in the center of gravity of the ship from G to G1, and this shifting, as we have discussed in previous videos, will be parallel to the shift of center of gravity of the weight shifted. So with respect to the video on shifting of center of gravity, when the mass shifts, we can recall the formula GG1 is W into D by W, and we can say W into GG1 will be small w into D, where capital W is the mass displacement of the vessel. G1 is the distance moved to center of gravity. Small w is the mass which has been moved, and small d is the distance moved by the small bar mass on board the vessel. So this LHS, the trimming moment, is what we call as trimming moment, W into G1. This is produced. So the trimming moment is nothing but W into D, that is the mass which has moved on the vessel into the distance which has moved. So the definition of moment, as we all know, is force into distance. So in this case, the trimming moment is the weight which has moved on the vessel into the distance moved by the weight. So now, because of this movement of the weight, the vessel will develop a trim by aft. As you can see uh, here, WL was the initial water line before movement of mass, and W1 L1 is the new position of water line after the movement of mass when the ship has developed a trim by aft. Now the ship will have a trim until the center of gravity and center of buoyancy again are the same vertical line as shown. So when the ship is in trim condition, the wedge of buoyancy LFL1 emerges, and the wedge WFW1, that is this wedge is nothing but the triangular portion, is immersed. So you can see in this new arrangement where WL shifts to W1L1, your triangle or wedge LFL1 comes out of water, whereas the wedge or triangle WFW1 goes underwater. And since the ship when tripped must displace the same weight, okay, see the if you take the total weight on the vessel, on the system of the ship, it has not changed. We have simply had a shifting of a mass which is already on board the vessel. We have not added a weight, we have not removed a weight. Since the displacement of the ship has to be same, when on even keel, the volume of immersed wedge must be equal to volume of emerged wedge, and F will be the point above which the ship trims. This point F is the center of gravity of water plane area, and this point F is what we call center of flotation or tipping center. So all calculations with respect to trimming moments are carried out about this point which we call center of flotation. We can find out center of flotation of a ship by calculating the center of gravity of the water plane area of the ship at that given draft. So at different drafts, the position of center of flotation will be different. It may or may not match with the position of the center of AP and FP, which we call as midship. So the center of flotation can be either aft of midship or forward of midship. The trimming moments are taken about center of flotation, since this is the point about which rotation takes place. The longitudinal metacenter, as we all know, is a point of interaction between verticals through longitudinal position of center of buoyancy before inclination and after inclination. This vertical distance between center of gravity and metacenter, BML, is what we call longitudinal metacentric height. So BML is height of the longitudinal metacenter above the center of buoyancy, and it is nothing but IL by V, where IL is the longitudinal second moment of water plane area or moment of inertia about the center of flotation. So suppose for a rectangular water plane area, we know that IL is BL cube by 12 as per the formula. So for a ship with a rectangular water plane, BML will be IL by delta, so that will be BL cube by 12V. For a box shaped vessel, we can roughly find out that BML is IL by V. So we can develop this formula as L square by 12D. So this form or this form we can use in numericals and solve for cases, simple cases of ships with rectangular water plane area. So for the sake of calculations, this will be a good beginning for us in studying numericals on trim. Hope this video helps you. If you have any doubt, please do email me. Thank you for listening.